Madonna Guy and David Shield. We're running a workshop on the 11th of August. So much counselling these days is based on trauma, shame, guilt, and blame. It's not a fun space to be in the counselling world. So this particular workshop is so much more based on hope. Tell us a little bit about that.
Hope. Well, specifically in regards to trauma, there's been a lot of very new developments on trauma that have been really good. Except what I found interesting, particularly studying childhood trauma and the effects of the whole thing. There's been in the last 20 years so much research on that. But what they found was that before trauma therapy starts, one should stabilize. Right, it's really important to become stable, and they even recommend that people need to stabilize before they start, and maybe even going a little bit up. And so, what the identity role system and working out our future orientations can do is that they can help with that process of working out how to become stable and be aware of all of our strengths and all of our positive relationships before we start, and get that going so that you've got a stability by being self-aware. Self-awareness is very important, and being aware of all the roles that we play in all the relationships, because they found in trauma particularly what people need most are people to be there for them, that human part, and that people who recover better are the people who've got people with them. And so a counsellor can be that, but also in this type of group work, working on the positive stuff, because we also look at negative roles too, like people might have like all types of anxiety or addiction, their roles, particular roles.
And I suppose from the worst perspective, you might realise you're a bit of a, say, a sociopath or a narcissist, but you might not want to be that.
Right.
So you might be a 10 out of 10 being a narcissist. You really want to be a 2 out of 10.
Right. Well, you can reduce that role just by saying things like sometimes, maybe I started it, or maybe that was my fault.
Yeah, what a concept.
Oh, wow. Well, I had my journey.
Yeah.
Enough.
So I love the fact that it's based on hope. It's based on what we are missing from ourselves, that we are truly missing. Mm-hmm. We don't even, but once again, we give you the space to work that out during the workshop.
And those relationships, they are also hope, because people can hold hope for others. And therapists do that. They hold the hope for others. And hope theory itself, it works on three main, creative, imagining our futures in the present, looking at our future self. Then also developing the self efficacy to get back and keep doing it, and then developing a nice pathway with a series of steps of getting towards it.
Awesome. Excellent. Thanks, David.
Cheers. Thanks, Madonna.